But let's talk about the price of everything, because we talk about it quite a lot on this show. I spoke about it a couple of weeks ago, that 2.6% of inflation was nothing like what actual real people are having to suffer through. Some prices are going up 50%, some prices are going up, you know, by 100%. It's absolute madness. Carol Decker, legendary singer and commentator, star of stage and screen, it has to be said, and currently on tour, I think, as well. Carol, good to see you. Welcome.
Hi, Mike. Morning, everybody.
Good to see you. Listen, never mind china in my hand. A glass of wine in your hand costs you 21 quid. What's going on?
I know it has. It's china in your hand. Sorry, I just got to pull you up on that. Yeah. No, I know. First world problems, you were saying, but these are important things in our daily life, aren't they? And I think what it is, it's symptomatic. So I've written a few things down. I'm not very good at percentages, but the actual numbers. The wine that I drink. Yeah. Just have to have a large glass because I need it these days, don't you?
Well, I just go for a bottle, to be honest.
Well, people say for a bottle, but that would be unladylike. But I end up usually drinking a bottle by the glass. So, but I'm not going to drink a bottle. So it was a couple of weeks ago, £17 for a large rosé in a local hostelry. It's now 21.
And you were saying it's not particularly great rosé. What is it? Where is it from? Is it French? What is it?
It is. I don't want to diss a brand, but let's just say it's not Whispering Angel.
Right.
And also, here's my very expensive coffee. We subscribe to a coffee club, and that's gone up from... We're creatures of habit. I tend to spend the same.
Yeah.
So my coffee was £42 for 100 capsules. It's now £46. So that's another... So the wine went up by £4.
Yeah. So
my shopping bill, again, kind of spend pretty much the same, has gone up £30 since...
So you're talking, it's like you're talking 20% in both of those cases there, right?
This isn't extravagant. This is household stuff.
Yeah.
I just say to everybody that I'm not an extravagant girl. I like a good gastro pub. I like a bistro. I like informal. I like casuals. I'm not going to fancy places and complaining about it, because the places are now actually better value for money.
Right. But that's the problem, isn't it? I mean, everything... And this is why I can't believe that, you know, the government keeps punching out this ridiculous figure. Well, inflation's at 2.6%. It's not, because everything you pay for, including council tax, including electricity, whatever your energy bills are, you know, petrol, thankfully, is one of the few things that's gone down. Road tax has gone up. You know, the BBC licence fee's gone up if you pay that. You know, everything is going up by more than, I would say, an average of 10%.
Yeah, and it's a combination of what the government's doing to us. They're pushing up the cost of employing people. They're pushing up... It's ridiculous how much our energy costs are. And, you know, I have a vested interest in this. My business, the entertainment business, is connected to hospitality. My husband, so are my kids. I'm a big supporter. I love propping up a bar. I'm a huge fan. And I know that a lot of these places are really, really struggling with how much them to run their establishment, so they have no choice but to pass that on to us. And then there are the people that gouge, and there are gougers out there who go, oh, you know, I can take advantage of this situation.
Well, that's what I think a lot of people are doing. I mean, I've got this from Sue from Essex. My main brand butter is now 200 grams, but they're charging more than the price they used to charge for 250 grams. That's the other thing. You're finding you're buying something which is actually less in terms of actual product than it was, but they're charging more money for it. That's the other way they do it.
News, crisps are no longer fattening because there's not many in the bag.
No. I must admit, you're right. I had a packet of crisps the other day in a pub because I thought I don't want to eat too much. I'll just get a packet of crisps. And there was about 7 crisps in it.
No, I know.
I'm like, what?
I don't know, people might have seen me rant about the width of a Curly Whirly, which is one of my favourite chocolates. It's now about the width of my...
Yeah.
But the price is still the same. So there's that whole shrinkflation thing, which I do... I think that is a con.
They've done that a lot with chocolate. The Topic is now about, you know, like 2 inches long. Used to be about 4, right?
Yeah. I get all the healthy stuff, and then I go up the naughty aisle and I grab our favourite crisps, and we do chocolate in our house. And so, like a family bar of a very well-known brand of chocolate, it's now £4.75.
Yeah.
The large.
I don't know who you talk to and who your friends are, but they're probably all reasonably well off, right? But you know, there must be people out there who are struggling to make ends meet. I go to the supermarket now whenever I do it, and I don't do it very often because mostly I order it in. But it's never as busy as it used to be. I think people are really scrimping and saving and trying just not to spend too much money.
And that's an interesting point, because there are people who are genuinely, this is a real problem for them. So funnily enough, I was out at a lunch in Maida Vale the other day.
Yeah.
bunch of pretty well-heeled people.
Yeah.
They can afford it, but they are also noticing it. So even people I know who are quite wealthy,
Yeah.
and no, I wasn't in the Beatles, I'm okay. They were going, oh my God, the price of this and the price of that. Even the wealthy people are sucking air in through their
Yeah.
teeth. Can't believe it. And how are people coping? You know, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, and when does it end? I mean, there's no end in sight, it seems to me, because, you know, the pressure on businesses, the pressure on hospitality, the pressure on, you know, just everyday manufacturing is going up because of the national insurance and all of that. So it seems to me the rest of the year we're just going to see loads and loads of price increases, aren't we?
Definitely. And, you know, a lot of this I always assume is above my pay grade. I'm just an ordinary person. But if you keep putting
Now you're a rock star, Carol, come on.
legend, apparently. If you keep putting up corporation tax, council tax,
Yeah.
and then you've got to strike that happy balance where clearly people have to have a decent wage. But if wages go up, then costs go up, then we all pay for it. So it starts expanding.
Right.
Concrete, Mike. It just gets
grows like concrete. You're absolutely right. Listen, tell us about your tour, because I keep seeing tweets. I keep meaning to come and see you, but I just haven't got around to it. But I will. I promise. Where are you? Where are you up to?
I'm constantly out there working. Kind of you to mention it. And if anybody does care, if you pop onto pow.co.uk, you can find the Facebook and all the gigs and all the rest of it. And I had a brilliant year last year. You know, I did The Masked Singer. I was touring with the Human League and Sophie Ellis-Bextor.
Yeah.
That's what I call a musical. I've just recorded the Piano Room for BBC Radio 2, which is a very cool thing to do. That broadcasts on the 22nd of May.
Right.
Proud to have just done that.
Brilliant.
Tons of festivals coming in. I'm off to Europe. It's busy.
It's great. Have you spoken to Steve Denyer yet at Virgin Radio? Because you know he's compiling all sorts of things for. They've got a new station at Virgin called Britpop, and he got me to do a top 10 Britpop songs. You should do it if you haven't done it. I'll put him in touch with you.
I've done that, thanks. He had me in the 80s one because
he's done the 80s one, but has he done the Britpop one though?
Not a Britpop artist, so I might not qualify. But Steve and I just.
Well, I wasn't one either, funnily enough. But you know, he wanted my list.
So, Steve and I just did a fantastic charity fundraising pop quiz at the Ivy.
Yes, I saw that.
Loads of our pals, and we do it every year and raise money for a designated charity. Super fun and a real pleasure to see everybody and raise money and have a bit of a laugh.
Yeah, it's good stuff. Well, listen, I'll get people to find out where you are going to be doing. What the next show is when and where?
Oh God, you know what? Without looking in my diary,
You won't know. See, that tells me you're a proper rock star, because you don't know where you're going next. That's what they always used to say. I once spoke to Keith Moon when he was still the drummer for The Who, and I said, where are you going next? He was like, I don't know, no idea. I just get in the coach and they take me somewhere.
What's going to do, which would be great fun if you're down south, Dreamland Margate.
Right.
Putting in a big Rewind festival. So Rewind is one of the biggest 80s festivals going. And they're putting in a lovely lineup at Margate at Dreamland. So if people want to look up Dreamland, Rewind at Dreamland Margate,
Okay.
Pretty sure it's June. That will be a fantastic day by the sea if you love your age.
I'm going to a wedding there, funnily enough, in June. Maybe it will coincide. I'll come and see you.
Oh, fantastic.
Great to see you. Listen, Carol, great to see you. Thank you very much indeed. Try not to drink too much of that large glasses of rosé wine at £21 a shot.